Hey, thanks for making it to Veterans Info Tap. I'm glad you made it today. Today, I just wanted to send out a quick reminder for folks that have their initial VA compensation claim going. If you get a rating that's at 10 or 20%, these are wins, right? And if your overall rating is a 10 or a 20%, just a quick reminder, you cannot add any dependents. You are not adding a spouse and you're not adding any children. And the 10% rating is at $165.92. The 20% rating is $327.99. Those are the first two initial ratings that you can get from the VA. And again, you are not adding your spouse or any dependents in those specific ratings. So from there, though, you will be able to. Real quick, please hit the thumbs up for me, subscribe, share with a friend. It helps to put this information into the hands of those that need it. I will tell you, many of us have filed VA claims, got lower ratings at the beginning, and then later got them increased or we added additional ratings. And when we do this and we get awarded the new rating, we'll get back pay, and that's exciting, right? But then we forget to add our spouse or our dependent children into the VA system as dependents, okay? You can add your parents if you're taking care of your parents as dependents, so mother, father. You can add your spouse. You can add your dependent children. This is really important because the numbers change substantially when you do that. Some of us only have one or two kids. Others have 5, 6, 8, and so on. So the numbers can add up quite quickly. So just to give you a couple examples here, if you are a veteran with a dependent spouse but no children, what you are looking at, if you get to the 30% rating, is $568 if you have a spouse. Without the spouse, it's $508. So if it's just you as the veteran, it's $508. So if you forget to tell the VA that you're married, then they're going to pay you $508. If you tell them you're married and you send them in the whatever they need, there's a add dependent form, then they'll jump it up $60 to $568. Now remember, this is tax-free money. If you are rated at 50%, let's say, and you don't tell the VA, it's $1,041.82. If you tell the VA that you have a spouse, they'll jump it up $100 to $1,141. Now, you can have, just for an example, just to add a little more to it, let's say that you're a veteran who is rated at 60% and you have a spouse and two parents as dependents, right? So mother, father, and your spouse, but you have no children. If that's the case and you forget to tell the VA this, right, they're just going to pay you out at the single veteran rate, which is $1,319.65. However, if you do inform them that you have both parents, mother, father, and a spouse, they're going to jump that from $1,319 to $1,513. So there's some good information here that you need to make sure that you inform the VA of your specific situations. Let's say that you have some kids, for example, and again, I'm using these 30 to 60 kind of ratings here. Let's say that you have one child and a spouse. The payments would be at 30%, $1,612, or at 60%, you're looking at $1,528. Now let's take it one step further, just to use, just because we're rattling off all these numbers, right? So, but it's just to give you the compare and contrast, really. Let's say you get rated at 100%. And I've seen this happen, and it drives me nuts. You're rated 100%, the veteran alone, you're at 3621 and change. 3621. But let's say that you have a wife and 2 kids, but you forgot to tell the VA, hey, I have a wife and 2 kids, because you're just excited, hey, I'm now 100% and I got 3621 coming in. That's super helpful. And so you never go back to the VA to tell them, hey, I have a wife and 2 kids. So you're getting paid $36.21 And if you told the VA that you had a wife and 2 kids, then what you would be looking at, let me pull up the 100% here. At 100% rating with a wife and 2 children, you're looking at a spouse with 1 child is $39.71, plus another child would be an additional $100.34. So you're looking at, just we'll add $100 to it, right? So a spouse, 1 child. So you're looking at $4,071, actually 72 with the change added in there. So 4172. So don't forget to inform the VA of your dependent and spouse with any of this stuff. Very, very important. So with that, I'll go ahead and end it there. Just a kind of a public service announcement, a reminder to let the VA know of your dependent status. The other piece is that they're not going to go, oh, well, sorry you didn't tell us. We're going to back pay you the whatever, 24 months that you didn't tell us that you've had this rating. No, they're just going to do it once they get that form in. So whenever they get to add the dependent form in for you is when they are going to initiate that new pay. So every month that goes by that you don't do it, you're simply losing out. So the VA is not chasing you down, asking you any of this stuff. You have to do it on your own. So, it's really important that we take the bull by the horns and let the VA know about this stuff. One other piece as kind of a reminder is once you get to that 100% rating, your spouse is also eligible for Chapter 31 and your dependents are eligible for Chapter 35. Chapter 35 benefit. So make sure that if they want to utilize that benefit, which is an educational stipend of $1,401 per month, let them know. So that way they can use it. It's a great benefit and adds extra income into the household while they're going to school. So with that, I'll go ahead and end it there. Thanks again. I appreciate each and every one of you. And remember, if we don't take care of each other, something went wrong.